Hello and welcome to the Ant-Man channel on this Tuesday, the 15th of October, 2013. I'll just call this special edition for no reason because I know how people do that, and I'll just be like, hey, this is a special edition. So, I'm just kidding. It's just another day. I'm just kidding. It's always something to be, celebrated as a new day that God gave us to live. Let's make the most of it. It's a new day to start anew. Hallelujah. Anyways, I got a article in front of me here from WND.com, and it is entitled, well, it's written by Bob Unruh, and it's titled, Doctor's Orders, Obama Crashing Healthcare Site on Purpose. Fear that public would be terrified if people knew true cost. Well, I don't know, if you ask me, if you understand socialism and stuff like that, then you already know that healthcare that they call free isn't really free. I think it's just, bizarre how people don't see this kind of stuff. Obamacare officials were so worried about the reaction should Americans actually see what their health coverage will cost under the president's signature law that they chose to set up a system that clogs up and crashes while applicants an applicant's eligibility for a subsidy is evaluated. That's according to a report by Forbes that says healthcare.gov forces users to create an account and enter detailed personal information before they can start shopping. Well, yeah, they're trying to collect data on you, duh. They have a database. I don't know where the NSA building is, but it's creepy to think that there's people like in cubicles in this building just making profiles of you all day. It's really like, how much of a scumbag are you to work for a government agency that's just spying unconstitutionally and creating profiles on people that are your brothers and sisters of this country, man? It's just a sad thing what we've become these days. It's just all sellouts, no integrity, no self-respect, no dignity, Forbes contributor Avik Roy explains that the system creates a massive traffic bottleneck as the government verifies the information and decides whether or not the applicant is eligible for subsidies. HHS bureaucrats knew that would make the website run more slowly, he writes, but they were more afraid that letting people see the underlying cost of Obamacare's insurance plans would scare people away. Oh, you think? Whatever the reason, it appears that very few people have successfully navigated healthcare.gov. Officials in Colorado running their Connect for Health program said only 226 people signed up for the insurance in the first full week of operations. And in that state, according to the Denver Post, the customers are still being asked to complete their purchases by phone to ensure they get appropriate government subsidies based on their income. You can sign a petition urging the GOP not to cave in if you want, and I encourage you to. Here on this website, WND.com, under the column of it's a front page issue. This is a big issue. Obama crashing healthcare site on purpose. Go and sign this petition for the GOP not to cave in. Talk radio icon Rush Limbaugh discussed the Forbes report Monday. The purpose was to get healthy people with average incomes to sign up and then gouge them. But the IT experts say the regime didn't want them to see when they signed up they were getting gouged, he said. So they caused the glitches that caused the slowdown so that people would keep trying to sign up while not being able to. All because all this stage the regime can't afford for people to learn that there isn't going to be a $2,500 discount in your premium. There isn't going to be free healthcare. There isn't going to be anything Obama's promised for healthy people with average incomes. They think they are the chosen group. I'm just going to share something really bizarre with you guys that just occurred to me. There are a group of people out there that believe that Obama is a clone of the ancient Egyptian pharaoh Akhenaten. Well, hey man, I'm not calling you crazy, but it's so crazy the more you find out about Obama, the less you realize you know about the creep. And he's a creep, man. This guy is a creep to the max. And I really encourage you not to believe this guy. There's something called doublespeak that he does. And he says he's going to do something and he does the complete opposite. And only yuppies and morons don't catch on to this stuff. Like, seriously, you're stupid if you don't understand this stuff. There's no nice way to put it, man. I mean, come on, man. Swallow your pride and your arrogance and your decadence for once. And just realize that this ship is going down. Anyways, Roy Forbes report said that the Wall Street Journal documented that there was supposed to be an Obamacare option to browse before registering, but the tool was delayed. So, the Wall Street Journal reported an HHS spokesman said the agency wanted to ensure that users were aware of their eligibility for subsidies that could help pay for coverage before they started seeing the prices of policies. Roy says a Manhattan Institute analysis on which he worked found that Obamacare policies for men will be 99% more expensive and for women 62% more expensive than the cheapest plan offered under the old system. You give the government power to control healthcare, you give them the power to control your life. Okay? Let's just put it that way. When we get sick and injured, we're going to be at their mercy. And then they could do whatever they want. And then they could just torture us and stuff, you know? Death panels and whatnot. That raises an obvious question, Roy writes. If 50 million people are uninsured today, mainly because insurance is too expensive, why is it better to make coverage even costlier? The answer is that Obamacare wasn't designed to help healthy people with average incomes get health insurance. It was designed to force those people to pay more for coverage in order for subsidies, insurance, in order to subsidize insurance for people in incomes near the poverty line and those with chronic or costly medical conditions. This is a plan straight out of the devil's playbook, you guys. I mean, this is probably the most evil thing I've seen in a long time. Obamacare is probably the worst thing to happen to this country since, slavery. To quote Ben Carson, if you guys know that doctor who is so amazing, you guys, man. I mean, you got to be a lunatic and a straight depraved, just sociopath to not like Ben Carson, man. That guy is just on another level. But the law's supporters and enforcers don't want you to know that because it would violate the president's insensibly repeated promise that nothing would change for the people that Obamacare wouldn't direct help. If you shop for Obamacare-based coverage without knowing if you qualify for subsidies, you might be discouraged by the law's steep costs. Healthcare.gov now can advertise plans for $0 or $30 instead of explaining the actual cost. $200 is subsidized. This political objective, masking the true underlying cost of Obamacare's insurance plans, far outweighed the operational objective of making the federal website work properly, Roy writes. Think about it. It's quite possible that much of this disaster could have been avoided if the Obama administration had been willing to be open with the public about the degree in which Obamacare escalates the cost of health insurance. Limbaugh said the people that vote for Obama, healthy Democrats, they think they're in it. And Obamacare is to get this for them free or much cheaper than what it would cost them if they had to use their employer. And of course, the dirty little secret, and it always has been, I mean by design, is that healthy people who are not going to access the system for treatment because they're healthy are going to be gouged, and their higher premiums are going to cover the cost for those who do need treatment and the people that can't afford it, he said. Limbaugh noted that Obama sold his health care plan as you get to keep your doctor, you get to keep your insurance plan if you like it, and your premium's going to come down $2,500. But none of that's true, Limbaugh said. The truth starting to trickle out is that it isn't affordable. It isn't going to be cheaper. It's actually designed to screw young, healthy people who are going to be paying more, and eventually their fines are going to be higher than what the cost of the policy would be. Straight out of the devil's handbook, my friends. This right here is pure evil. You know what I mean? Let's grant amnesty to a bunch of illegal immigrants that bring their primitive lifestyles into my country, so that us healthy people can pay for their, stupid healthcare coverages, man. If I went to Mexico and tried to get health insurance and all the free things that we give illegal aliens here in this country, we reward criminals in this country. You break the law by coming into our country, we give you free healthcare, we give you free, food stamps, all this stuff, man. It's stupid. But if I go to Mexico, I get robbed by their stupid, corrupt government and their stupid, corrupt police officers, man. It's just, what the hell, dude? What the hell are we doing to our own country here? We're screwing our own people, and you know what this is, right? This is straight up socialism. I have to pay for everyone else's, garbage. You know what I mean? It's stupid, you guys. Where is the common sense in the general public nowadays? Where's the common sense, period, among us anymore? Are we even men anymore to not just, we're just sitting by letting things like this happen, and it's not cool, you guys. I'm really gonna, I'm just going to call it into existence like God called the universe into existence, because I know that, God's looking down on me with favor right now, and he loves righteous acts of faith. He imputes it as righteousness, your belief in your faith, that God is, looking down on you, and he's just looking at you like his son. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to say this. You're going to push us too far, Democrats. You're going to push us too far, Illuminati scumbag New World Order. You're going to push us too far. And you're picking a fight with somebody you don't want to fight. Us American people have the spirit of liberty, which comes from God. And you're not going to take that away from us, even if you take our lives. We're going to go down with our ideas and with the things that drive us. And you know what, dude? You're never going to win this battle. You're just going to... we're going into this New World Order thing, and that's whether you like it or not. We're in too deep now. We're in deep waters now, and it looks like we're going in for the long haul. But we need to learn from these things, man, and learn how to turn this around eventually. But it's going to take some balls. It's going to take some courage. It's going to take you to stop caring what other people think and to speak your mind. Anyways, I love you guys, man. I hope you guys have a good day. God bless you.